Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody, or welcome back to Pog Slammer. Now, before we start today, I've got it paused. I want to thank commenter Lensmanoz. Sorry if I got that slightly pronounced wrong. I have been watching your videos, so I think I got it right. Everyone should check out his channel, by the way. He has pointed out that we need to schedule our parole time. So I can't actually remember. Here we go. So we need to actually give the prisoners some parole hearings, because currently, although we have the parole room set up, nobody is using them, which I probably should have noticed. So let's get parole hearings on the go. We are going to have, so we got a lot of parole rooms. We can get 8 hearings on the go at a time, I believe. 6, 7, oh, is that 8? That's 8, I think. 7? 8. So what's the red line for? Oh, excuse me. What's the red line for? I'm not sure what the red line's there for at the moment. Maybe we don't have enough parole officers coming in to... I don't know. We'll leave it like that for now. But every parole hearing does cost us some money, unfortunately. But that's fine. You know, the chances are if a prisoner gets out, we get a nice forward payment. It's something like $3,000, which is pretty good. I guess the red lines were to show that these are parole rooms which are going to be in use and how long they're in use for. So last time we were playing anyway, we were dealing with the hot water situation, because of course our poor girls have been freezing their little heinies off, haven't they? So we ran out of money. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we went from having no money to 58 grand, which is pretty nice. I'll tell you what, before we get into the hot water, we had a couple of, we had the grant complete, the short-term investment, just before we finished last time. We also took out the prison manufacturing grant, which gave us an advance payment of 20 grand, which is nice. And there was something else as well, I'm not quite sure. We had some prisoners come in. Just the money just suddenly arrived, which is really nice. So instead now, we need a third grant to take. We're not going to build any more cells just yet. We may do before the end of the video, but for now, I think we may take long-term investment, because it's a bit of a pain to get out of the way. Let's do that. Let's just get rid of that. It's a 5 grand forward payment. So also take a look at the bureaucracy screen. What have we got? So we could get taser rollout. It's good to keep the prisoners in check, but I think for now it's probably better if we do legal bits and pieces, especially when we've got the money. We could take our small cells. It would of course let us increase the cell capacity, but maybe that would be the best thing to take. Land expansion, tax relief. Not quite sure. Let's get guard towers. Let's start with guard towers. Let's just go for guard towers for now. That's a good idea. We wanted to get guard towers on these corners, because of course when the prisoners try to escape, we need some guards there to basically just pick them off, or at the very least fire a warning shot so that they stop running. Because, you know, it doesn't matter how hardened these prisoners are, generally a warning shot is good enough to take them down. Of course, unless they're a legendary prisoner, then they don't give a shit. They will just keep running. Chances are they'll get shot and just keep running as well. That's the problem with the legendary prisoners. They have all kinds of buffs going on. Now, we did have one. She's not a legendary, but she's pretty close. She's strong, she's volatile, she's deadly, and she's quick. Now, if I can remember, strong is... I think that's the one that gives them the chance to not go down when they should have gone down. Volatile means they're more likely to cause problems. Deadly means they have a chance to one-hit kill things, including doors, including guards, like all sorts of things. You've got to be careful with that. And of course, quick just means that they can move a lot faster. And it's the legendary prisoners can be really hard work sometimes, honestly. Like I said before, my last prison, I didn't have any, but I have seen them in previous playthroughs. I've seen them in other people's Let's Plays, and they are pretty vicious, honestly. Like, they can do some serious damage. They can cause some serious problems. They'll really, really fuck up your prison. So, it's why we've got this girl under Lily Clark here. Yeah, sentenced for possession, of course, like most of the girls in this prison. That's why she's in maximum security, even without the maximum security cells, because we just need to keep an eye on her. Just to make sure... What's happened to Jasmine here? Have you been... She's been attacking other prisoners. Look, she's in lockdown for 60 minutes. God damn it, Jasmine. Maybe somebody made a comment about her hair, you know? Maybe they said, go back to the 90s, or, I know, I really like these fringe cuts on girls. I think they're beautiful, but I know some people seem to think they're pretty dated. Looks like Chappelle's been drinking as well. That's not great. Let's get this prison running, anyway. So, First things first, what do we sort out? We sorted out grants, we sorted out bureaucracy, we sorted out the parole timings. Let's deal with this inmate nutrition research next. I think that's a good idea. So where's that? It's not in programs, is it? That's in policy. Now then, we need to give them free, high variety, high quantity meals per day, which is going to cost us a serious amount of money, unfortunately. But it does mean that we can mix up the regime again. So I think now they're going to have one little eat time in the morning, just here. I think that's a good idea. They're going to have one little eat time around lunch, just before yard time. And then they're going to have their little eat time in the evening as well, with their free time. I think that's a good idea. Yeah? Yeah, maybe we should, we'll switch this out so that they can still get some work done. Just have a quick lunch. Maybe we'll do the same up here. We'll keep them working for longer. That's a good idea. We don't want them having too much free time in the canteen. They're, you know, it's an okay canteen. Maybe we could do this up a little bit more today. We'll put some you know, maybe a sofa and a TV down here or something so they can chill out. I don't think we've got room for a pool table, unfortunately. We could eat into the kennel, I guess. But I don't think we need to do that. I think we need more dogs, if anything. Because, like I said before, half of these girls are in here for possession. So they're probably full of drugs, which means we need the dogs to sniff those out. So I think construction-wise, we could start by doing these solitary cells up here that we talked about last time. I think that's a good idea. So we get some foundations down. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the solitary cells, I think, a little bit bigger than normal. They're going to be 2 blocks long, you see. So that'll be the solitary cell. There will be the door. And then we're going to have this corridor coming down here. What I'm undecided on is if the corridor should be indoor or not. I've got a feeling it would be more daunting for them if it isn't indoors. So maybe let's just... So there's 1, 2, and then that's the wall with the doors on it. So for now we're going to do that. Okay. And I really hope the builders are smart enough to not let the girls escape out this gate, because Jesus Christ, that was a nightmare before. Let's make things a little bit easier for them so they can actually get in and out of this this area. We're going to put this jail door on here, and we're going to prioritise that job. So somebody should come and finish that off first. They're still doing the common room. Jesus Christ, guys. How slow do you work? Anyway, let's get our utilities sorted and let's get our hot water sorted. I genuinely think we might need to hire a new foreman. He seems to be doing a shit job. Really, really bad job. I'm not quite sure what's going on here with the hot water. That's interesting. We're just going to ignore that grey patch for now. We'll assume it's working. It seems to be working anyway. And of course, I can't quite push far enough down here, but I did have an idea. Let's move this radiator to here, because that's going to be the easiest thing to do, right? So let's dismantle that and that. We'll dismantle that and that and that. Of course, we have to be careful, because if we click here, it's going to end up dismantling the pipe and that electricity, which is really... really, really irritating, honest to God, when it happens. Like, it drives me completely nuts. So, I've lost radiators. Are they in here or are they in that utility section? I genuinely can't remember. I think... There. Yeah, I've been blind. I was looking at it, thinking, is that a radiator? No, that's not a radiator. And then I read it, and of course it says radiator. So maybe I need to use my eyes. We're going to cancel that job, because I prefer the radiator to be there. Hopefully, I think we need to dismantle this as an object, actually. Is that going to work? Yeah, there we go. And of course, this door is shut, which is blocking the workmen. So let's open it up and let them in. Now, somebody, I think it was Lensmanot again, mentioned about deployment, with the fact that this is staff only. Now, as far as I can remember, it's okay for civvies to come through a staff only area. In my last prison, I used to have the cell blocks kind of partitioned off by staff only areas, and part of that was entrance to the visitation centre. I didn't have any problems there, but I honestly, I can't 100% remember exactly how I had it laid out. So we're going to see what happens. Worst case, we'll just turn off the staff-only area here. You know, we've got this reception area anyway. We could build an airlock, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. It's not like the prisoners come up this way other than for visitation. And they're going to be, like I said, they're probably going to be partitioned off so that they can't actually get through anyway. For now, though, this is fine. You know, I don't think we need to do anything with it for now. We'll if we have any problems, we have any guests getting stabbed, shanked, shot, I don't know. Jesus, look how many girls are in a shower room. Maybe we need to do something about that today. No, it's fine. We'll put another shower room at some point. You know, maybe we'll do it in a bit. But Yeah, we don't want any visitors getting stabbed or shanked, etc. So, it's even way too far out there. Instead, we're going to get this CCTV monitor. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it's definitely this one, because that one's connected up to the cell block. So this one needs to be connected up to this camera in the parole room and this camera in visitation, because that will give us some nice visibility. Is that it? There we go. They're hooked in. That'll give us some nice visibility over this area. Now back to the old the hot water systems. We should be able to get away with running a hot water pipe straight down here, I believe. But maybe it's better if we just run one down here and then branch it out like that. I think that might be the best thing to do. I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same distance, isn't it? But I guess... Oh, let's cancel it and move it down a block, I think. It's a good idea. Let's do that. So we'll move it down a block to there, and we'll do that. We can do the same thing down here. Hopefully... Oh, look. It's just too short to get all the way down there. Can we create... Let's create a circuit. Maybe that will help. God, these pipes are really weirdly aligned. Look at that. We put them down on this tile, and they end up shifted into the middle. I guess that's so that they line up correctly with the objects that they're attaching to, but it's a little bit jarring, isn't it? When you're trying to line these things up. Oh, look at that! It's so close! Literally 1 square away. I mean, she's got hot water. She doesn't. I don't know why that is. Maybe the water takes into account the orientation of the screen, and that's how gravity works in this game? I'm not sure. Let's just ignore that, though. So, at least this one's all hooked up. This is looking good. I'm liking this. We've got a lot of hot water going in. Got some radiators up here as well. So, let's get another boiler in. We're going to put this boiler... I don't know, maybe just here? Could be a bad place to put it, though, a bit close to the prison. No, we'll do it. It's fine. It'll be fine, right, guys? Right? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. We're going to bring this pipe up here, and we're going to bring this pipe along here, of course. These boilers are pretty old-fashioned, though, right? I mean, they've got valves and all this kind of shit. Like, it's kind of funny when they explode. Just everybody gets killed in, like, a pretty... It's not a big area. It's not like the power facilities exploding. That's pretty disastrous, but... We need to get some electricity. There we go. So it's hooked into the cold. It's hooked into the electric. And of course, we don't need a big pipe there. We'll leave it as a big pipe. And let's get some hot water pipes in the go as well. Like that. Let's bring it along like that. I think that should be fine. Excellent. So for now, all our radiators are hooked in. If we go to... Where's logistics? Is it logistics? Yeah, there it is. Temperature. It's looking better. Looking better. The prisoners are no longer freezing their butts off. It's still a bit cold down here. Don't think we put any radiators in down here yet, did we? So let's maybe let's do a couple down here as well. There we go, radiator. I mean, I would have thought the kitchen would be pretty hot anyway, right? I mean, kitchens are really, really hot places. But the infirmary probably needs a radiator. It's probably, I mean, that's a good idea, right? We don't need one in the shower room. Showers are for washing yourself. They're not for, you know, going and sitting down and getting warm or anything like that. Of course, we can't see where we put these radiators, which is always a little bit frustrating. So that one needs to go just there, I believe. And this one was around here. That's not where it clicks. Around here? Is that right? We got a little bit too far. Let's just reel that back a little bit. It's only one block in, of course. So there we go. Right. Now where are our prisoners? What the hell are they doing? How's Savannah? Oh, there she is. Savannah's doing okay. She's had 2 days without incident, which is good. She's looks like kind of hungry. Yeah, like really hungry. Well, don't you worry about that, Savannah, because tomorrow you're going to have a banquet fit for a queen. Honest to God, it's going to be incredible. And yeah, there's little. Was it Jimmy? I think we called him Jimmy, didn't we? Who else have we got in here? Camilla Bailey. We've met her before. She's looking frazzled. She's almost served her whole sentence. What about Savannah? How's she doing? She's nearly there. We're going to be saying goodbye to these girls soon. I mean, they may even get out early on parole. You never know. Catherine Langdon, she's still here, of course. 2 days without incident again. And who's this? Caroline Curtis. Death by dangerous driving. Oh, shit. And perjury. Good on you, girl. Looks like she was so depressed about the deaths that she caused while she was driving dangerously that she shaved her hair, of course. And I mean, she was just in a hurry. You know, she wanted to get home. She knew that Peppa Pig was about to start, and she needed to get that shit on record so that she could watch it with her little baby here. Her little baby, I don't know, what do we call him? Thomas? Thomas Curtis? That sounds good. We'll call him Thomas. So yeah, she just wanted to get Peppa Pig on record for little Thomas, you know, who was at home with the nanny, because Caroline's too busy out with her day job. She is, of course, a pole dancer in a local Greasy Spoon cafe. Some people think it's an unusual place to have a pole dancer, but it seems to bring in the business pretty well. You know, the builders who go in there for their bacon and eggs in the morning, they like to watch a little bit of pole dancing. Of course, now she's got no hair. Oh my God, guys, what have you done? Oh, right. Of course, now she's got no hair. She's going to have a bit of trouble getting the old tips coming in, because the builders, of course, don't like when their strippers have got no hair. Don't know why, you know, they're just a little bit prejudiced about that kind of stuff. But so let's start getting these solitary cells set up, shall we? We need to get, of course, because they're indoors, that means that the girls aren't going to freeze to death, which is good. We can leave them in a solitary cell for a longer time, which is always great when they've done something naughty. We're going to no, we're not going to clone that yet. I know what happens when we do that. We end up with the wrong thing. We're going to clone it. We're going to push it all the way down here, and then we shall see how we're doing. I think we could put lights around, but I think it's better if the girls are just stuck in darkness, right? I mean, you want a solitary to be a sad, depressing state of affairs. You don't want them to be enjoying themselves. You don't want them to be able to read their Cosmo magazine or you know, whatever it is that they choose to do. So these workmen are still putting these walls back up. Thank you very much. They're still putting in the pipes for the radiators as well. Those aren't quite hooked in. But the boiler is at least working now, which is good. It's got cold water and it's got electricity. Let's see. Come on, guys. Last bit of wall here. Nice. Let's get these two bits down. We can get the solitary cell on the go. There it is. What was the flickering of lights about? Are we running out of electricity? No, we're still good. I mean, it's getting close. I'll tell you what, let's put some capacitors down while we got the money for it. We don't want to be in a situation where we need capacitors and we don't have any cash left, right? So let's just go full hog. There we go. We are going 100% fat. You know, we're putting all the capacitors in. We're going full out on electricity generation. And soon we're going to have to do the split that I talked about. Look at this guy. What a pillock. Dude, you are quite literally the worst builder that we have in this entire establishment. I mean, you've got a pretty good moustache going on. I'll give you that. It looks like he might be a biker in his daytime, you know, when he's not working in a prison. But you are not going on any bike rides anytime soon. You're going to miss the ride around America that your gang are going on, of course, because that's one of the things that biker gangs do like to do. They travel across a pond. He's now stuck here. He's going to miss his flight, you know. He was like, I'll just finish up this last job, and then I can leave the building, go and get my flight, and get my bike on, you know. It's not going to happen now, so we can help him out. We'll put in our solitary cells, and look at that. He's going to have a door to get out of now, which will be nice, won't it? I don't know what his name is. Maybe Fernando or something like that. Are we going to... Oh, look. Couldn't be more perfect. So that is a decent selection of solitary cells, right, guys? We do need to put some fence down, though, because I know what's going to happen. The guards are going to bring the girls around the outside. Or, no, they'll just bring them through the door, and then they'll stick them... You know, the girls will probably punch them in the face or stick them with some kind of shank, and they'll just be free to run away with no kind of consequences. Although, saying that, can we now build our guard towers? Please tell me we can build our guard towers. No, they're not in there. We're still researching them. Oh, god damn, that takes a long time. Okay, well, let's speed it up a little bit, shall we? And hopefully we can get some guard towers on the go. These are... parole officers. They seem to be coming in the back door. Which is... I mean, where are you guys going? Seriously, that is not the entrance to this prison. Right, these guys have got the right idea. They've come in the bottom door. They're heading straight up to here. They're going to wake up the prisoners and get them in for their parole hearings. I mean, I'd probably prefer the parole hearings to be in the afternoons, but It's a little bit fiddly to kind of move. Oh, I guess I could do that. Couldn't I? Where's the is it programs, policy? Somewhere there's like a calendar or something. Grants, edit schedule. There we go. So I guess we could move these. We could move these to there. So that the thing is, if the parole hearings start before the girls are awake, then a lot of time is just wasted with the girls not doing anything. And of course, they're not waking up till 9 o'clock at the moment, but I don't want to move these parole hearings too far down in case the parole officers who are here just decide to abandon ship. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. It's not quite 7 o'clock yet, and they're still there. But so who have we got? Who's on parole? Savannah! Come on, girl, you can do it. Just tell them all about the things you've been doing in this establishment, you know. Tell them how we've looked after your baby, you know, you've come to terms with the things that you've done, and you're now a better person for it. Oh, we can hear a fight going on. I don't care. We're going to keep an eye on Savannah. We want to know what's happening with Savannah. Looks like she's got a very... Oh, God, what's happening? Oh, my God, there's a riot. Okay, maybe we should have paid more attention to this. We got a death. Oh, no, look, we had a snitch. Keira Coombs, ex-law enforcement. Somebody found out she used to be a cop. She put several of these prisoners in here. Looks like it was Lauren Walter. She got shanked very, very hard. And now she's dead. And of course we don't have a... Oh, there's another fight breaking out. God, it's riots everywhere today. There must be some more ex-law enforcements around. Who have we got? Jasmine Rennie. Let's have a look. If we go to intelligence... I can't see anything about these girls. Oh, we need to go informants, don't we? So we got a dead snitch there, which is unfortunate. Who else have we got around? Strong, stoical. Maybe we need to start getting some informants on the go. I think that's probably the best idea, right? So we can only take informants when they're in solitary, I believe. But of course, we can't see any of the girls in solitary at the moment, which is a shame. Oh my God! Look at all this blood! Jesus Christ! You guys have murdered everybody. I mean, why is the CCTV monitor not connected up there? Did I not? I guess I never plugged them in. Either that or the prisoners have worked out how to disconnect them. I don't think that's the case, though. Maybe they got... No, I guess if the CCTV cameras got destroyed, then, you know, the workmen would have to come and replace them. Maybe the connections don't get redone. I'm not 100% sure how that works. So this is why we needed this fence here. Because as you can see, they've brought a girl in already. So, Brown, can you be an informant for us? Hey? We can. Oh, it's the fox! Oh, Holly. Okay, Holly. You're going to be our first informant, all right? Good job. Let us know what's going on in the prison. Is she getting out of solitary? I think she is. I think they're going to take her to the security room. They're going to inform her of the process. They're going to say, Holly the fox, you are now Holly the weasel. You are going to be our little slippery, slimy weasel on the inside. You're going to let us know what everybody's planning, who the snitches are, who the ex-law enforcement are, who's planning any murders, and you're going to keep us up to date on that shit, okay? So, we haven't really done a lot this episode. I mean, we've had a few rumbles. We sorted out the utilities. We sorted out the solitary and everything. I think it's probably a good time to finish, to be fair. We've still got a lot of this money going, which is nice. And, of course, long-term investments is going to take forever. The girls should be happy now with their high-quantity meals, which is good. And, of course, we need to get on the workshop building next time. But as I finish up, I'm just going to destroy these old solitary cells. I think that's a good idea, because we don't need them here anymore. And then we can sort out the yard next time and make the girls somewhere they can actually relax and have some fun, you know? But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're a subscriber, then awesome. Thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, do become one. I upload new videos pretty much every day. Like, the weekend is sometimes just one, but, you know. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.